Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and judges. The topic that I'm going to talk about today is this how pay youth to not migrate from rural areas to urban centers. To me, I really don't agree with this idea because if youth migrate to rural, to the urban centers, they will have accessibilities. So in my point of views, I believe that they will have accessibility to three important points. Okay? But before I talk about my stance, my position, I will define three important words or key terms. The first one is migrate, the second one is rural areas, and the third one is urban areas, centers. Rural areas refer to the places where it is far away from the city and they have low accessibility to education, hospitality, and infrastructures. Whereas the urban center is places where there are a lot of accessibility to the education, hospitality, and the rest. So first of all, I would like to talk about the quality of education. That is the first accessibility that youth or young people can have access to. In the center, there are a lot of institutions that provide higher quality education where the youth can come in and then they can learn to gain more knowledge, and in that case, they will become the human resources of the country. And in the end, they will become the human capitals of the country. This will improve the human resource development, and it can help to improve the development of the country. That is one point. And if we talk about the ASEAN economic integration in 2015, we will need a lot of skilled workers and leaders and managers in many other fields. So when those people, young potential people come from the countryside and then come to the city, they will learn a lot and then it can become the important human resource for the country during that time. Secondly, coming to the urban centers will let them have access to employability. So the first one is quality education and the second one is employability. When they come here, there are a lot of companies, there are factories, and they can come here and work. And that time, they can improve their living condition, not only their own living condition, but they can also improve their family living condition back in the rural area in terms of, in a way of remittance. Because when they come and work, they can get salary and they can save some and transfer to their parents to improve their living condition over there in the rural areas. The last one, or the third important accessibility, is creativity. When young people come to the city center, just as in my case when I went to study in Australia, I've seen a lot of different things from what I've seen in Cambodia. Let's take one example. I went to the city, to the supermarket, and I found a billing machine where the buyer can take the bill by themselves with the machine. Then they just pay with the machine without any person to do that. So this is one of the new innovation. Then creativity can be in terms of technology, new technology, that's just in case of that machine. Or in case of Cambodia, when the young people come to the city, they can learn new entrepreneurial mindset. For example, we can see nowadays there are a lot of wings company. So it is a very expanding, it's a very big company here that transfer money from the city center to the rural area, and then they can bring that idea to open a wing shop in that house. Then they can improve the entrepreneurial mindset in their family that can help generate more income. And to cut a long story short, or in the end, I believe that this is not a good idea to pay youth not to come to the city center, because if they come to the city center, they will have three important accessibilities. One is quality education, the second one is employability, and the last one is the creativity. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now I'd like to invite the four questions.
Right, so, okay, first of all, I completely understand where you're coming from in terms of your ideas. but I mean, in the amount of rural areas you have, say in Cambodia, the manpower involved in terms of trying to get the youth to come to the urban centres. I mean, wouldn't the youth rather just get money to just stay at home? Don't you think that would be a hurdle to try and overcome?
I think this is also the thing that the government should play an important role, because if those youth just come to the city center and then they work and then live in a poor living condition, they can't just go back and help their family back in the city, in the rural area. So the government need to work with local partner, with NGOs, with other organizations that can help build the capacity and help bring more knowledge to those young people in the city center, so that they can understand what is entrepreneurship, what is human resources of the country, what they can help to build the country, you know, so that if they stay here or they stay in the cities, the urban area, they can still be important human resource.